What are the 3 keys to trading today's Euro-USD sell-off? That's what we're talking about in today's video in detail. We're going to talk about the DXY as well. I'll show you guys the key levels and targets there, and also a Euro short that I put on earlier today. Okay, so looking here at the Euro-USD daily time frame. So if you guys have seen recent videos, we just talked about this, I believe, a couple days ago, where we were getting the breakdown here from the Euro. So this was on Tuesday, and you can see where we did get the first daily close below. Now, you can make a case that Monday closed below. However, it was very marginal. So this close right here was really the first one below the trend line going all the way back here toward October. Now, we've talked about this as well, but you can see through here, a lot of people think that this is invalid because of this price action. However, what you'll notice is that the market never really broke below it. And you could move this down even a little bit and it would still be valid, right? To include this candle right back here. Okay, so notice on this candle, this was not a confirmed breakdown. That is way too close to the level. So anyway, this level was still intact throughout this consolidation. We had the first breakdown here on Tuesday. Wednesday, we got a sweep of the highs with that PMI data. And so far today, we're seeing a follow through after being rejected once again, right from that resistance. Okay, so hopefully you guys who have seen these recent videos have been on the right side of these markets. And that brings me to letting you guys know to subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon for notifications, because I am putting out 6 of these videos every single week. All right, so 1 video every day. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. All right, so the Euro-USD is selling off today. Now let's talk about the 3 keys to trading this. And the very first one is going to be that you do not want to be shorting through here, okay? This is not the time to be shorting. Now, sure, we could see the market close down here and just do this tomorrow, but you never want to be shorting low like this, okay? So if anything, even if the market were to close down here in this area, you'd want to be looking for some type of retest into this region up here. Okay, a fill, a partial fill of today's candle, although we do have to wait for today to close to see what kind of candle we're going to get. For all we know, the market could close back up here. All right, so as I say all the time on this channel, hence the daily price action, the daily close is going to be critical here for the Euro-USD. Okay, now the second point that I want to make here, the second key to trading the Euro is going to be the DXY. So let's flip over here. And by the way, I'm going to show you guys something here in a second that I did announce in the VIP group. And that's a trade that I put on earlier today. I mentioned it to members in real time. So if you want to join us, see the link at the top of this video for 70% off VIP access. The sale does end in a few days, guys. So it's the last chance to get in. You're going to get daily videos. You'll be able to see my trades in real time. Plus, you're going to get the course that launches this month. I'm very close to finishing that up. So you're going to get access to a ton of stuff. We are in Discord every single day talking about forex, crypto, stocks, etc. So I'm in there every day helping out members, posting charts, as well as my trades. All right, so the second key to trading the Euro-USD is actually going to be on the DXY. And we've discussed this before, but 103.50 is almost kind of a sleeper level here because it doesn't look that significant here on the daily chart. However, if you go to the 12-month time frame, and I'm going to turn these levels off so it's a little bit more clear, but this is what we discussed before. So this is the 12-month chart. Every candle on here shows 1 year. And what you're going to notice is that ever since 2016, this area through 103.50 has been critical. You can even see back here in 2022, this is where the market closed. We opened here, rallied up a little bit, and closed lower. So 103.50 has been a critical level ever since 2016. And if we turn these levels back on and go back to the daily time frame, this is what the DXY has struggled with here for the past week and a half. All right, so this is going to be the second key to looking for shorts on the Euro-USD. As long as the DXY is below this on a daily closing basis, and like I've said recently too, this close right here that was, I believe, 103.53, that's not going to cut it. We need to see something up here very convincing, especially into the weekly close. That would really convince me that it has flipped this level to support, and that would open up areas like 104.20. All right, so without that sustained break above 103.50, if today were to close, back down here somewhere, right? If we don't get that sustained break, if the market closes down here somewhere, then this level is still intact as resistance, and we could even see a sweep down here of the lows. So given the fact that this moves inversely to the Euro-USD, that's going to be the second key to trading this because, like I just mentioned, you don't want to be shorting down here. And if the DXY stays below 103.50 into today's close, then it means we could see a move up here into this area before we get more downside pressure. All right, now the third key to trading this is, and this is really going to be twofold. The first one is that you can see here, looking at this chart, this is our 2023 low back here in October. Now, with this breakdown, you would kind of expect, just looking at this, right? We've got this high back here. We've got this lower high. That was the fake out from 110 that we've also talked about, which held up really nicely. But anyway, we've got the lower high here. We've also got this lower low. So you would kind of expect with this breakdown through here that the euro is eventually going to retest those 2023 lows. Now, the thing about that though is that what happens a lot of times is that people will get short here, right, through here somewhere, and they'll be looking for a move down here in this area to happen within, days or even a week or two. So the third key to trading this is patience. Now, like I said, this is really multifold because we're talking about patience and the fact that we have key levels like this one down here as well, 107.55, where we could see days or even weeks of consolidation above this. So that also highlights the importance of taking profit along the way. Obviously it depends on your style of trading, but this is a case where if you're targeting these lows, okay, and this is not financial advice, it never is, but if you're targeting these lows down here, this is not a case where you want to get short up here and just ride this, hoping that the market gets all the way down here. I mean, sure, you could do that. However, taking profit along the way is always a good idea because it does kind of de-risk your position, but it's also going to make you sleep better at night knowing that you've locked in some profit. Now, one thing that I do want to show you with regard to the higher time frames here is that if we go to the weekly chart, right, this is something that I've mentioned before to members, but if you'll notice here, to VIP members that is, so if you notice here on the weekly chart, we've got these highs right back here. Now, I like to use the closing price a lot of times on these candles, and if you'll notice through here, if we use the closing price off of this high, right, you'll notice that we have a level up here. If we turn this into an equidistant channel, we have something like this. Now, this up here, okay, technically was not a pin bar. And it wasn't a pin bar because the close here on the weekly was not below the previous week's high. However, this was a rejection candle. And notice how that's exactly where the fake out occurred on the daily time frame. So what I'm pointing out here is that if this holds up, right, and we see the euro continue to break lower, the DXY can break above 103.50 and eventually, 104.20, then this right here was essentially one big rounded retest, right? We got the breakdown from this equidistant channel here on the weekly, right? Again, it's not super clean on the daily. However, the weekly does show it pretty well. And so this right here was a breakdown that we got back here in 2023. And this has just been one big rounded retest. So this is what you have to be careful of if you're getting bullish on the euro. I could be completely wrong on this, but just looking at this chart, looking at the big picture here for the euro, I do think if we continue to see weakness and the DXY breaks out higher, like I said, level by level, then this could turn into a much larger drop, not only down here toward the 2023 lows, but eventually down here toward levels like 103.50, 1.035 that is, and potentially even like parity, within the next, let's say 6 to 12 months, right? We'll have to wait and see. But all in all, though, it does look pretty bearish when you consider the fact that this could have been a retest of the bottom of this channel. And we also had that fake out at 110. So bulls were not able to hold the euro above that level back here at the start of this year. And if you guys have watched these videos, you know that this right here, okay, this close is why I was getting bearish on the euro and bullish on the dollar at the start of this year. All right, now one other thing too, guys, I did short this market today at 1.0895. Okay, so right through here, this is where I was getting short today. And I did announce that to VIP members in real time. So, it's about from my entry, it's about 60 pips in profit right now, but I'm not going to celebrate this because I know how this can go. I know how these markets, can act sometimes, especially with the congestion we've seen recently. So this market, the euro could snap right back to my entry for all we know, right? So I'm not going to celebrate that because my target is much lower here, but I do also have targets along the way. And I still want to see, guys, the DXY get above 103.50. That's going to be critical. This area up here, right, along with 104.20. This is the one right back here that I've talked about where if we were to see a breakout above this, this is going to be a significant resistance. But if in the coming days and weeks, we were to see a breakout above this, then that would completely change the structure here from bearish to bullish because it would give us that first higher high. We'd have to get a higher high and a higher low, but that could definitely change the entire structure that we've seen here ever since October. All right, so bottom line, patience is key here with the dollar and the Euro USD. If you miss this setup, the worst thing you can do is chase, guys. And again, this is not financial advice. This is me just sharing what I see in the markets and also what I did here earlier today, which is to short the Euro USD from 1.0895. All right, if you want more videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon for notifications. Don't forget to claim your 70% off lifetime access to VIP. See the link in the description below. You'll get daily videos, exclusive charts. You'll be able to see my trades in real time, plus the new course that is coming out in the next few days. I'll see you guys in there. Trade well out there, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.